Hi and welcome to my new series where I play a game over the course of a week and tell you if I think it's worth playing or not. Most game reviews are done either after completing the game or spending hundreds of hours playing, but let's be honest, we don't have time for that shit. So here's this, an average guide for the average player. Starting this series off is Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate Demon Hunters, a turn-based strategy game developed by Complex Games, who are also responsible for the Horus Heresy Drop Assault. The Warhammer IP has really struggled over the years to satisfy fans of the setting, with many attempts falling short before they had even started. There have however been some good ones such as this, and this. Chaos Gate so far falls in the good ones category, featuring lore-friendly units, weapons and environments, immersive cutscenes, and a few more things. I'm getting rid of the fucking scripts, I hate this. Right, let's just read the description from the Steam page. Lead humanity's greatest weapon, the Grey Knights, in this fast-paced, turn-based, tactical RPG. Root out and purge a galaxy-spanning plague in a cinematic, story-driven campaign, using the tactics and talents of your own personalised squad of demon hunters. And that pretty much sums it up. Whilst I wouldn't use the words fast-paced, it is definitely a turn-based tactical RPG, and you do root out and purge demons. I have found though, like just the way the game works, it doesn't really satisfy my needs to go and purge in the name of the Emperor like a game like Space Marine would do, but it does do some other things pretty well. As far as immersion goes, this game does an amazing job at putting you in the mindset of a Space Marine commander. The choices you have when it comes to completing missions are beyond extensive, like there's so many choices. For example, you could go full offense and take Terminator armor, demon hammers and falchions on every single member with no heavy weapons or apothecaries and just charge head on and try and kill the enemies before they even have a chance to react. Or you could go full defense and take like 3 side cannons and an apothecary and just sit back and let them come to you. That could be an option. Or you could do something kind of wacky, kind of crazy and take full interceptors with teleporters so you can just TP in, kill them, TP back and do that for the entire mission. That sounds pretty fun. Don't know if you can do it because I've only ever had one interceptor in my squad, but sounds pretty fun. And I know there's only 3 options when I said extensive, but just trust me, you can genuinely do whatever you want in this game when it comes to customization. When it comes to the actual fighting part of the game, things do tend to slow down a little bit. When you play on the higher difficulties, you have to plan every single thing you do, otherwise you'll lose immediately. You'll get overrun because the enemies do way more damage, they take less damage. It's just really fucked. The first playthrough I did was on the second highest difficulty. I think I played for maybe an hour and a half and then I just lost all my knights and I gave up, went back to normal. Just a sort of semi-informed bit of advice, I'd say just move your units up together so they're close enough to support. Use the environment to its maximum potential, so make use of cover. There are certain parts of the environment that you can knock down and kill enemies. They're really useful because they're a one-hit kill, I'm pretty sure. Just plan things out slowly. Don't just rush in and try and kill shit. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work. So let's go for what these little fellas do then, shall we? Every character in your squad will get willpower points and action points. Any Grey Knight that you choose to take a ranged weapon on will also have ammo that you need to take care of. These are the basic resources you need to manage in order to complete a mission. So willpower points, or WP, determines how many psychic abilities a character can use. These range from enhancing attacks to full-on spells and shit. The action points, or AP, determine how many actions you can make per turn. Each Grey Knight gets 3 action points, which can be used for attacking, moving, or using abilities. So let's say, for example, you can use 1 action point to move up a little bit to some cover. You can use another action point to throw a grenade, and then you can use your 3rd action point to shoot and kill someone. There are some abilities that use both WP and AP, so you need to be certain that you're making the right choice, otherwise you're just going to throw the resources away and then you're going to be completely fucked and lose the mission. So just be careful. Like I said a second ago, if you take a ranged weapon, you also have to manage your ammo. You have a certain number of shots depending on what gun you take, and then you have to spend an action point to reload. Some abilities on the ranged weapons deplete all of your ammo, and you have to reload afterwards. This is really essential if you take a heavy weapon, because your melee capabilities are dog shit. If you run out of ammo, and you're on your own, you're fucked. You're just going to die immediately. If you're using a Justicar or an Interceptor, it's not so bad because you can use your Stormbolter, run out of ammo, and then rely on your Force weapon. It's fine. You'll be fine. You can reload another time. playing in Purgator. You better run, boy. That's a very basic overview of the Grey Knights, so now let's move on to these nasty boys. The game opens on a captain's squad being sent to eradicate a Khorne Knight incursion. And just for people that don't know Warhammer lore, there are 4 Chaos Gods. There's Khorne, Nurgle, Tzeentch, and Slaanesh. They all represent different things. I'll get into that in a different video. Anyway, as far as I'm aware, the tutorial is the only mission where you encounter a different god's demons, because the entirety of the game is based on Nurgle. When I first got the game, I knew this was going to be the case, but on reflection, I don't think this is a bad thing. If they had representation for all 4 Chaos Gods, the game would be way too big, it would take ages to come out, and to be honest, it would probably just be really rushed. There'd be way too much going on, the story would probably be really weird. I think they made the right choice here. I think they definitely made the right choice. And this does also leave room for future DLC and possible mods in the future, which I think is a way better choice than including it in the base game. So let's see who Papa Nurgle has sent for us to eradicate. So far, I've encountered cultists, plague bearers, psychers, this thing, and Death Guard plague marines. To quickly cover these, cultists shoot, plague bearers stab, psychers zap, this thing goes boom, and these fucks don't fucking die! Fuck me, the Death Guard plague marines are fucked. The trailer also shows off a great unclean one at the end, so I really look forward to dying to that 50 million times because I'm dog shit at this game. In the tutorial, we do see the Khorne representation, so we see Bloodletters, which are like the basic demon of Khorne, and then we also get to fight a Bloodthirster, which is fucking awesome. For an introduction to the game, 10 out of 10. After about a week of playing, I encountered 3 different mission types. The first being, eliminate all enemies. Pretty simple, pretty boring. The second one was kill a specific enemy and retrieve an artifact. The artifact in question was a seed. Use the seeds for research to progress through the research tree. Kill one enemy, get extracted, calm, nice. The third one, and promptly where I stopped playing, was when I was tasked with purging these 2 Nurgle trees, which are actually called Nurgle Horror Tree. Yep, that's the one. A feculent Nullmaw. Jesus fucking Christ. Why does this exist? Who thought of this? I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. So even though I haven't really seen that many different enemy types or mission types, I am only a few hours in. And saying that, I am really excited to play more and see what this game has to offer, because I bet there are some really cool things later down the line. So when you're not in a mission, actually fighting chaos, you're met with this interface. And there are 5 different sections down there at the bottom that you can navigate through to do different things. So the first one is the... I don't know what it's called. What's it called? It's called the planet view, and here you can view the planet you are currently at. You can see the corruption level of the planet, if there are any missions available, and if so, you can go ahead with that mission, customize your squad, and carry it out. The next one is the star map, which displays the current sector of space you're in. I assume there's more sectors, because if it was just this, it would be a very boring game. The next interface is the Strategium. That's a hard word to say. Here you can customize your squad with different weapons, armor, and cosmetics. And oh my god, the cosmetics in this game, the customization, it's so good. There's like 20 options for the arms, the chest, the head, the voices you can change, the names, and they all say their own individual voice lines depending on what they're called. So good. It's so good. There are also these meetings you have with the Grand Master of the Grey Knights in the armory that appear, well, it says there every 39 days. I don't know how often they are, and I don't know how good they are. I've only had like 1 or 2. He rewards you with requisition, which you can spend on recruiting knights, upgrading your weapons and armor, and your war gear. These are quite infrequent, so if I'm going to make a guess, you should probably save up your requisition until later on so you know which upgrades you definitely want to take. Otherwise, you're probably going to make a mistake, and that's going to fuck up your entire playthrough. But I have no idea. I'm not there yet. The 4th screen is the Manufactorum, run by the toaster-loving tech priest, Lunette. Here you can assign her and her servitors to upgrade your ship. As I'm quite early in the game, I haven't really used these yet, and judging by some of the options, like this for example, there's going to be some crazy shit that you can do late game, and I'm so excited for it. And finally, we have the Libris Malleus, which I'm pretty sure just means Hammer Library, which is kind of weird, but I won't think about it too much. This is the domain of the wonderful Inquisitor Vakir. Bruh. So this is where your research is carried out. Again, I'm not too far through it, so I don't know what the full potential of this research tree is, but I assume it's going to be pretty nuts. So far, I've seen that you can get stratagems, which are in-mission upgrades to your squads, so you can get things like more move speed, more damage, crit chance, healing abilities. I've seen you can get bonuses to the star map, so you can get to planets faster, less corruption in a sector. I think these things are going to be a lot smaller, like have a smaller impact on the game, but over time they're going to have a really big impact. This section was only meant to be about the voice acting, but I really like sounds. I did sounds at uni. I like sounds. Let's talk about the sounds. But a very quick note on the voice acting. The quality of it, it's really good. I like how they've recorded it. Sounds crispy, sounds like they didn't do it in their bedrooms. I like it. And to be honest, the audio from everything in this game is pretty spot on. The entities feel weighty, the guns feel punchy, and the explosions are powerful. But whilst everything's been recorded and implemented really well, I do have one major issue with the game. And that's that it isn't grimdark enough, at least not for me. Don't get me wrong, this game is beautiful, and I can tell the devs poured hours and hours of work into making it, but something just feels off. I could overanalyze everything that I'd want to change, like some of the character design, some of the colours, but I'm not a dev and I'm not an artist, I'm just an average guy who loves Warhammer. Reflecting on this has made me realise something though. Even if something isn't what you expected it to be, don't let it bring you down. Accept it for what it is and try and make the most of it. And that's what I'm doing with this video. Well, if you made it to the end, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. It was a pretty weird experience making a video like this. I didn't think I ever would, but I wanted to try it with a brand new game that I thought was going to be cool. I'll probably try this again with other games in the future. We'll see. I'll take a big break though, because I just want to focus on RuneScape and not really on game reviews, because that's not why I'm here to make videos. But yeah, like I said, hope you enjoyed. RuneScape next week. Big gains on the RuneScape account. Very excited for that. Hopefully I can actually stick to my schedule of posting every Friday, but we'll see. But anyway, I've been talking for too long. Catch you in the next one, and peace.